What's up, everybody? It's your favorite six changer's favorite nerd. Today we are looking at Fansproject's M.A.D.L.A.W. Mad-Law from their function line, which is their homage to G1 six changer Quickshot. And he comes with some accessories. He comes with two of these guns, which are huge and don't have a lick of paint. And there's a little wiggle waggle in the handle. A decent sculpt, but very plain. Holds them just fine. Just fine. No issues there. And then he comes with two pistols that have a fold-up stock, or not stock, but you know, pistol grip. Folds up, and they can tab on to his hips. There it is. Alright. So that's all cool in the gang. And then we can just give him his, so you can see him armored up. And that's pretty cool. Wish they didn't sit out so much there. I like them when they're nice and flush, but not hateful. So let's take them off and we'll talk about the figure, and then we'll get him transformed and transformed and transformed. We're going to do something different with the transformation today just because of the situation. But anyway, let's get these off. Starting from top to bottom. Head is on a ball joint with decent range of motion pretty much all the way around. You could use a little bit more up, but good down, good rocking side to side, swivel and so forth. Has this piece of translucent plastic over top of his eyes, which is like a visor, and that it looks good enough. And you can bring it up like that, and that actually doesn't look as good to me, but whatever. It's a little bit right here that changes it. So up to you. Silver paint on the side. And then we get the red paint on the yellow face in there, which I believe is just screwed in the back there. Yeah. So red on the chin and then red on the eyebrow. So moving down the figure, we have some turquoise paint here with some silver and red, and turquoise here and yellow, which is all nice, nicely painted. Red here, detailing on the side. The reds don't match. Like when they paint the red over top of the turquoise, it just comes out darker. They could have used like another layer of paint there, but I guess we should be happy we got one. Red there. So articulation wise on the arms, we got shoulder hinges that move up like this, and then you got basically a ratchet, soft ratcheted swivel here, and then it hinges at the bottom. So it's kind of like a universal joint, the way it works. And a bicep swivel right above the elbow. The elbow gets you way past 90 degrees because of the loss of aesthetic, but not a big deal. Easily forgivable. Waist swivel, you get this out of the way there in the back. You can get everything you want. You put it in the way. It's gonna jam you up a little bit, but also easily forgivable. Moving down the figure, we got some white paint in there. You would think with a figure this size, because he's a big boy, you would get ratcheted universals for the hips, but nope. They're on a ball joint, which is just crazy to me. Just crazy. Thigh swivel, knee non-ratcheted, getting you way past 90 degrees. And for the feet, you got these dog feet here, which act as a spur. Then you got a ball peg to get you an ankle tilt, and the ball joint gets you a rocker. White paint there, which actually looks really sharp. And then the red accents there, and some white paint down there. Aesthetically, he's pretty cool. The colors all work well, and it's a good use of color. I have found that There you go. So you use the, like, he was having a hard time standing, and I just angled the dog paw down, and now he's good to go. So I find with toys like this, people often need to come to or watch them for a good bit of instruction, and I'm not that efficient with them, so I'm going to do it step by step, cut up, so hopefully that'll help people be able to see what's going on, and we'll be able to move through it a bit quicker without boring everyone if I get jammed up somewhere. Without further ado, let's begin. Pull this head down here, tuck it in, close it up. By the way, the back is pretty clean. I fold these. They have them straight out. I folded them back because I think it looks pretty cool. But to transform them, we're going to unfold these, swivel this whole assembly down, and then bring these up. Rotate the whole arm assembly up. Bring these up. Tab them together. Bring the arms back around to the side. Fold them down. Make sure that these green panels are down. Rotate these 180 degrees. Pull the tracks down. Rotate the hands in and the paws around. Hands have to come a lot further forward than you think. Close the track up. Same on the other side. Tracks down. Hands around. Foot down. Hands come through and further up than you think. Once you got it tabbed back in, you can bring the hand down to where you want it. Fold the feet up. Bring the dog legs out. Bring the cannons down. With him laying on his stomach, rotate the shins up, and at the thighs swivel, rotate them to the side. Guns out. Twist this. Collapse these. Bring his paws down. Rotate these ears up. So you have ear articulation if you wanted to put one up, one down. And the mouth, I believe, opens. Yep, good range of motion on the mouth. The shoulders of the beast are on swivels, and then you have the same elbow, and then you have an ankle tilt, no rocker, and same on the other side. You have these guns back here, and I don't know, you can't bend them any further back, so you can put them side down or up, whichever suits your sensibilities. He has a waist swivel still, if you needed that. I'm not sure that you would. Back legs, you kind of just get this hinge here, and then the paw gets you a little tilt. And that's really it. You can arm him up. They don't go in this little hole like you think they would. They go in the long portion, and it's not the most secure. But there's that. And then you can plug these in. Nope. No, that's a bit ridiculous. So not a whole lot to do with those. I can't. I don't see at the moment anyway. We'll talk about the dog real quick. It doesn't feel as bad in person. But it still feels pretty unfinished. It feels like, you know, like you have more steps to do that you haven't done yet. It's okay. It really is. I know that it sounds defeatist. It sounds like I'm making an excuse for it, but If you've watched my Kubra or Columpio videos, you know I'll trash Fansproject if I get the opportunity. It's this section, right? This is the section that fails, and I think they could have taken the extra step and engineered that better. I think that could have been done better. But I do kind of like the front bit, like what you can see there. I'll put the big hand on them. What you can see there, I dig that. That not so much. For the next one, remove accessories, spread the crotch, rotate this middle section back around, rotate the legs up, and tab together. You'll have problems because of these joints. Everything has to be pretty well lined up for it to go, but it will go. Collapse your wolf feet in, secure the head, split the head, pull this piece back. It's on an extremely hard ratchet. Be mindful. Rotate the hips around 180. Rotate the dog arms back down. Swing the dog arms around 180. Collapse the dog forearm into the arm. In order to do so, swivel and collapse. Swivel, collapse. Rotate the entire wing assembly, and again, collapse the wolf arm on top. It'll peg in, and again. Lastly, bring the dog head up. Fold the bottom wings out. And now you can arm it up again. 2 pistols into these ports. Remove accessories. Create a gap. Take your ratchet. Fold it forward. Take your wings. Fold them up. Collapse them together again. Close this bit, move the other wings, collapse the dog head together. Take the dog head, bend it down, take your dog paws, bend them up. Take your dog paws, bring them down, split the legs, bring the crotch piece up. This is going to be your target, so just keep an eye on her. Rotate at the thigh swivel back to 90 degrees, bringing the rear legs back down. Open up these, connect these parts, collapse the dog legs, take your pistols, collapse the handles, slide each pistol using the sight here into the groove there, and again. Come underneath, find this tab, flip it up, and there's your gun. You know, I kind of like it. I like that they went the extra step with the trigger. I guess you adjust your sights here. You know, it's kind of nifty. Pretty cool. Remove your accessories. Close the nose. Collapse the dog head. Split the legs. Open them. Rotate the guns. Fold them inside. Same on the other side. Rotate the hips at the thigh. Bring them together. Split the arms. Swivel the front dog paws. Same on the other side. Collapse the head into the thigh. Same on the other side. Rotate the front paws down. Ratchet back the drill. Collapse the sides of the drill. Spin the waist 360. Swivel down the arms and extend the paws. Other side, swivel up the arm. Extend the paws. Swivel the waist 180 degrees. Collapse these two circles onto those two pegs. Might help to peg in first. Oh, close your trigger if you haven't already. Fold in the dog paws in the back. Rotate the target sight. Collapse the sides. Rotate the side panels up. It doesn't really hold together, like it doesn't really, like these back parts, it feels like they should tab in somewhere, but I mean mine don't, unless I did it wrong, which I may have, but it feels like it should be a little bit more held together, and it's not. And then of course you can arm him up by plugging these into his hands. And yeah, there that is. I mean, it's just this feels wrong to me. But I don't know what I've done, or if I've done anything. I mean, there's a tab there, but there's not one over here. So, I don't know. Remove accessories and kind of loosen up what you've done. Bring the legs all the way around to the bottom. Rotate the target up so that it lines up with the slots in the sides of the thigh. Collapse the dog head into the thigh where it goes in the holster. Rotate the shoulder panel down. Rotate the dog's feet up. Rotate the feet down. Rotate the shoulder panel 180 degrees and flip up. Same on the other side. Open the feet. Turn them 180. Lay them back down. Take your two guns and plug them into the side. They go at an angle. This is one of the modes I think works the best, personally. I do want to apologize real quick for the way I cut the transformation together. I hope it works. I'm not sure if it will. I had to do the same thing with Utopia. I just thought it would help mainline this a little bit. So my apologies if it didn't work out. I'm not exactly sure what people want to see him with, but there he is next to an MP car. And there he is with the Deluxe. So he's a big boy. And there he is next to Six Shot. So I don't hate that. So final thoughts, this guy's got some issues. I find it really bizarre that for a bot this size, the ratchets are in such peculiar places. Places that don't really have anything to do with the stability of the actual bot or of any of the shapes really. And I call them shapes because, let's be honest, they're kind of suggestions. It's not like he turns into 6 things. He turns into a robot. I'll give you the boat. I'll give you the spaceship. He turns into something that sort of looks like a dog, I guess. Somebody said it looked like Dog Cat. I think that was Yule. That was funny. And that's, I think, maybe more accurate. And then the drill thing, I guess, like, okie dokie. And the gun thing, okie dokie. But like I do find it cool they added in little things to further those suggestions, like the target and the trigger and stuff like that, when they may not have necessarily had to. They did put some care into that. Another thing I want to comment on, and you know I'm a sucker for ratchets, and you know I judge toys that are this size and don't have ratcheted universals for hips, but ratcheted universals for hips with small ratchets would have really helped this guy, because a lot of times the transformations, you get hung up at certain spots, and it's because the ball joints and the thigh swivel have to be so well aligned for everything to kind of work right that it's easy for them to get off because you have the 360 degrees almost of a ball joint to work around. And the thigh swivel is so tight because they're trying to overcompensate, I think, for that ball joint that it makes it difficult to get everything lined up 100%. However, the transformation is really fun. It's interesting how just a few moving pieces can really, you know, assemble so much. The engineering is pretty thought out, even if it doesn't really accomplish it, say, as well as Hexatron does. Hexatron is kind of much more on the money with all of its modes. And this one, you know, it's reminiscent of the G1 toy, but the G1 toy kind of was like, it didn't really feel right either. You know the phrase, the jack of all trades should be weary of the master of one? That's kind of how I feel about this. It's kind of like me in Little League. You know, I was pretty good at Little League when I was a kid. I was a good batter. I was really good at stealing bases. I was a good pitcher.
How about catching?
But I have to say, I know this guy's getting some flack. I don't really mind him as much. $100, if you don't have a strong connection to this character or really wanted this character in your collection, then this probably isn't going to do it for you. But I like the size of him. I like the aesthetic. I like the ingenuity of it all. Even if it doesn't accomplish it beautifully, I still kind of dig it. If you don't love Quickswitch or, you know, what's the other one they're doing, Six Night or whatever, I'm gonna get him too. But if you don't love them, then it may not be for you. But I don't necessarily love him either, and I really dig this guy. I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of other things out there that would probably scratch your itch more than this guy. But if you got the money, you got some excess funds, and you're looking for a place to get it, tax season is upon us. I don't think you'd be terribly disappointed with this fella. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.